Hi guys, so just finished watching the European Indoors at Turin, and it's just a couple of things I want to talk about actually. It was a really interesting day and it's a lot to learn from it. First thing I want to talk about is something that's generally quite common in sprinting at the moment is sprinters with upper body development, a lot of muscle on the shoulders. Now, it's one thing there's a total misunderstanding about sprinting and upper body strength with this and the role it plays. Because as an athlete myself, I used to have quite a large high development, muscular development on my shoulders and chest and upper body development for a 400-meter runner anyway. And I looked a little bit like a decathlete in a way. And I thought back then when I was younger that if you had a strong upper body, that this drove your legs, that you'll be able to generate more power and more speed with it. And it didn't end up like that at the end of the day. It didn't really, this is a lot more subtle in terms of how your upper body is used by your legs and how your body uses the upper body to propel you forward. And it's not as simple as just getting yourself as muscular as possible, as strong as possible, and just run fast, and pump your arms as much as possible. The reason why it's not as simple as that is when athletes get into major competitions, their pressure hits them and they want to run fast. They want to really perform well and they want to really run fast and do PBs. And because of that, they put themselves under pressure. And when they put themselves under pressure, they run tight and they start to pump the arms a little bit more. And it starts to tighten up the shoulders. Now, if you've followed my channel before, tightening up the shoulders, it just restricts movement. It shatters your range of motion, your flexibility, your dynamic power, and your stride length, and it just cripples your speed. So essentially, just because you've got an upper body and you're training your upper body doesn't mean you're actually going to be you're going to run fast. That'll just mean you can pump your arms more and generate more speed. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't work like that. In fact, the only real way you can do that is if you're relaxed. If you learn relaxation, then you can use the power of your upper body, but only if you've got relaxation, because relaxation brings your body into one unit and propels your body in one direction. We saw it today, specifically when I was watching the heptathletes, the male heptathletes in the 60 meters, the tightness and the rolling of the shoulders and the jaw tightness was unbelievable. They were really, really tight. And you think that from elite athletes such as they are, they know the importance of relaxation, but they were so tight. And these were muscular athletes. And I saw in a couple of the 60 meters, the speciality 60 meter athletes, and the tightness in there, you could see that they really were proud of their upper body development, and they thought that if they had a good upper body development, that was going to propel them through. But you'd notice that most of these athletes were running tight. It was the athletes that were less muscular that had more relaxation. There's one exception to that. These athletes need to learn relaxation. If you've got an upper body development and significant upper body development and you're a sprinter, then you really need to learn relaxation so you can use the power of your shoulders and use the power of your arms. That's the only way that your upper body development is going to be used. It's going to give you the advantage that you need. Jacobs of Italy, who won the 60 meters in the final just earlier this evening, is the epitome of that balance of upper body development and relaxation. You see him head on as in the race, and he's just motionless. He's totally relaxed, and you can see his bounding stride as he's propelled towards the line. He won it easily, 6:42 or something like that. Great time. But he had the right balance. He didn't allow the pressure get to him. He used relaxation the right way to use his upper body, his muscularity to his advantage. He used relaxation so he could get the most out of his power. So that was one way. That was one athlete that balanced it right. You could see the other athletes ran slower in the final because they allowed tension to get to them. And it doesn't matter if you allow tension to get to you, allow the pressure to get to you, then no amount of upper body strength is going to help you in that. You're just going to be handicapped, and your speed is going to be hampered, and your body's going to be disconnected, and it's just going to be, it's just going to be hampered. Your speed is going to be hampered. significantly hampered. So that's one thing to notice. If you've got upper body development, you must learn relaxation to learn to actually use it. The other athlete I want to talk about is a really special athlete, and she is the epitome of relaxation while running. Not so much sprinting, because she's a 400 meter athlete, and that athlete is Femke Bol. That is a special athlete, and the BBC kind of, as I was watching them, was underplaying her, but get on YouTube and watch her and how she runs. It's so fluent, it's so fluid, it's so relaxed, and it's so efficient. And she won the 400 meter women's 400 meters so easily. She's a young athlete. I don't think, is she 20, 19, 20, ran in 50.3 or something like that indoors. Won it easily at a canter, accelerating away from the other athletes, and didn't finish tired at all. That's what running is all about. She's a special athlete, but you can learn from that. That she's showing things that are universal to all athletes, and you may not be able to do 50.3 indoors, you may not be able to do what she does, but you can learn from her. I'm not saying be Femke Bol, but I'm saying look at how she uses relaxation, uses efficient running. One thing that a lot of the athletes that I was just previously talking about, they let the pressure get to them. She doesn't. She's almost, if you saw her on the front of the start line, she was disinterested. She didn't allow the pressure to get to her. And that's the epitome of a great athlete. As I say, get on YouTube, watch her. She's going to be a great athlete. She's a 400 meter hurdler as well. She's, if she's doing that indoors on flat, 400 meter flat, then what could she do outdoors in 400 meter flat? She's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the flat race, not just the hurdles race. So Femke Bol, go and look her up, watch her run. That's the epitome of what I talk about on this channel: relaxed running, efficient running, and she's using her ability to. She's using it the best of her ability. She's using it just really, really well. So that's all I've got to say. Really, really interesting results today. What you can learn quite a bit from what happened today in the European indoors. And I might have a video for you tomorrow. It depends what happens tomorrow if I find something that's really interesting. But for now, thanks for watching.